Hey everybody. I did not record the Zoom meeting, so I'm going to go ahead and do another demonstration here. This is what our final outcome is going to be. I will have a picture of the plans for you that I will post online. I'm going to walk you through the steps here. I'm not going to use a hammer, I'm going to use a nail gun just so this goes a little bit faster. Feel free to pause the video and build the wall along with me as you go. So the first thing I want you to do is take out all of your supplies and make sure that you have everything that you need. So the two long ones, that's going to be your top and bottom plate. So we'll set those aside. Then I want you to stack them up into similar sized pieces, and then I'll tell you what each one of those are. All right, so you're gonna have 10 of the longer ones here. Those are 10.5 inches. Those are gonna be your king studs and your regular studs. Right here, the 9-inch ones, those are gonna be your trimmer. 2 for the window, 2 for the door. The longer ones here, compared to the 4.5s, 5.5 there, these are gonna be your header for your door. 2 of these will be the header for your window, and the other 3 are going to be your cripples for the window. And then the shortest one is going to be the sill for that window. You guys have a bag full of nails. Okay, there should be plenty to do this. The first step that I want you to do is I want you to lay out 2 inches on center for your studs on your top and bottom plate. Now I want you to look down these, look down the edge of them, so you can see which direction is crown. And we always want that crown going up on all of our studs, all of our framing pieces, so that it's going to have the same crown, so you don't have a wavy wall. So here I'm going to lay this out 2 inches on center. And the reason we're doing 2 inches is because we're building a 1/8 scale model wall. And so typically we're going to have a 16-inch on center framed wall, and 1/8 of 16 is 2. So there's my 2 inches all the way across my top plate. I'm going to transfer those marks down to my bottom plate, and then when I do my framing, I will line my studs up to the center of those marks. So when we lay out that wall, let's just make sure everything goes together. I'm going to lay out my door first, and then my window, and then I'll start assembling everything. So what I'm going to do is take 2 of the longest studs as my king studs, put those right next to the trimmers, place my longer header in there. Make sure when you place that in, it's vertical, so that that's the strongest point. Okay, lay out my window, same way. Got 2 king studs, 2 trimmers, my header material there. And then my sill, my cripples here. And then all my studs will lay out here. So that's what your wall is going to look like when we're done. I do have all the dimensions on a picture that I will also post along with this video. And now I just want to show you how we're going to go ahead and assemble this wall. The first thing I want to do is I want to assemble my door rough opening and my window rough opening. And I'll show you how to do that. Now we're going to nail our trimmer to our king stud. making sure that the bottom is flush. So you guys will take your nails, put about 6 nails in each of these, just like this. Okay, that's a little bit faster, but I don't want to have you watch an 1.5-hour video, so I'm using a nail gun. Okay, make sure my bottom is flush. Okay, nail my header together. Ends are flush. Now I'll nail 4 nails in the ends, 2 into each of the framing members for that. And then same thing on the other side. And then I'll go to my window. Okay, when I'm doing my window, I'm going to start the exact same way. I'm going to nail my trimmers on first, 2 of my king studs. Now I'm going to put my cripple alongside, and this could be considered a jack stud. Same thing over here. Okay, before I put my header in, I can nail it together right now. Before I put that in, I'm going to put my sill in first, just because it's going to be easier for you guys to nail that all together if you can swing a hammer in there. I'll put my cripple right there, right in the center. Nail that in also. Now I can go ahead and put my header in. Okay, good to go there. Now I can lay out my studs. I got 1 stud on the right side of my door. Two studs, 3 studs in between, then 2 studs over there on your left side of the door. Alright, so once I do that, I can start nailing this all together, making sure that all my studs are 2 inches on center. The inside of your door is going to be 3 inches in from the outside of your wall, and the center of your window is going to be 6 inches in from the outside of the wall. So after I have that, I can start nailing it all together. I'm going to start here. I'll just do all the way across the bottom, 2 in each. Okay, then that's the center of my window. So I'll get that nailed. Double check, but that is going to be 3. measure over. Put that inside of that door frame, right at 3. Nail one side of it. Now the top of this is a 36-inch door, or 36, so it's 4 1/4 here. We'll go down here and make sure that that is also 4 1/4. And I will nail that in. So whatever that measurement is across the top, that's what we wanted on the bottom. Okay, all my bottom is nailed. Go ahead and start nailing my top together. Make sure my window is on center. Okay, there's my finished wall. So once you finish assembling it, you're gonna go through and you're gonna label the entire wall. Okay, we got our studs here, king stud, trimmer, stud. Label this a header. Okay, stud, 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 king stud, trimmer, king stud, 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 header, sill, window sill, cripples. These you could label jack studs if you'd like. I'd accept jack stud or cripple for that. And then your top plate and your bottom plate. I'll send a picture of that out to you guys. What you guys are gonna do once you finish labeling that is you'll take a picture and you'll post that to the assignment that I have up for this week.